Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to markets. It's a fabulous Monday on Dalal Street. The Nifty is up 681 points, 2.8% higher. The Nifty Bank is up 1700 points, 3.2% higher. And why shouldn't they be? The market is reacting very, very aggressively and very, very positively to the ceasefire that has stuck between India and Pakistani militaries on Indian terms. You all know that what has happened, but the market is rejoicing and rejoicing like crazy. Let's welcome our guest today, a very, very special gentleman who tracks commodities with equal ease as he does equity markets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Kunal Shah, Head of Commodity Research at Nirmal Bang Securities, a very fine gentleman who has the pulse of the market in both the commodity space as also the equity space, manages the prop book of Nirmal Bang Securities, and himself is a very, very well connected individual with all the big guns on Dalal Street. Namaste Kunal ji, a very warm welcome. We are getting together after many, many months. How have you been?
I've been doing good, Bhatnagar ji. Nice to see you back. Jai Hind.
जय हिंद, क्या बात है. व्हाट अ वे टू स्टार्ट द शो. जय हिंद एंड जय भारत. जय हिंद की सेना आपको बहुत ज़बरदस्त तरीके से दलाल स्ट्रीट पर भी काम करती हुई दिख रही है. एनी व्यूज दैट यू हैव ऑन द ब्रॉडर मार्केट बिफोर वी स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग कमोडिटीज?
I think the mood is quite upbeat when you look at what has happened overnight. So two things simultaneously have taken place. So trade tension from first U.S. China trade tension has eased off. That has bring a global uncertainty, moderated the global uncertainty. And as far as domestic, India has displayed their power. We are undoubtedly now the major superpower across the world, the kind of military display we have said. We are a $4 trillion economy, fastest growing economy in the world. So why not, like you rightly said at the start of your show, why not we should react the way we have reacted. So it's just whatever we witness on the military side, the power play, and after that the ceasefire, India was supposed to do well.
Right. Kunalji, what we'll do is we'll break the show into two parts. Your expertise obviously is commodities, but you
Are you
also.
recording this show? Are you recording this show?
No,
Or
so
is
we
this
are
live?
live.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll break up the show into two parts. One is your obvious speciality, which is commodities, and of course we'll focus on the broader markets as well, in which you can point out where ultra HNI money is moving into Indian markets. But let's start with commodities and with gold prices. Between the time we met last and now, gold is up 40%. It's hit that magical 1 lakh rupee per tola mark. Now, what are your views on gold? One, please tell our audience, why did gold prices rise so high and where are they headed? Is the rally done?
I think in a shorter term, I believe that all the positive factors are priced in gold, and gold prices are not expected to rise in a shorter term, and in fact, they are expected to correct. With the news of U.S. China trade war escalation, U.S. signing up trade documents with a lot of countries in next 15-20 days, you are going to see announcement, even with India, even with UK. So I think now that uncertainty regarding the trade war, which may cause recession or slowdown or major economic downturn, that scenario is diminishing, and it seems that moderation in the uncertainties itself is negative for gold. So one of the reason why gold shot up to $3,500 was the escalation in the trade war between US and China. And now they are saying that they have not come up with the terms and conditions, but they are starting afresh. So I think this is very positive news for the broader market and negative news for gold because the moderation in uncertainty related to the trade war is definitely negative for gold. So gold prices can go down to $3,200 on CME, 3,100, 3,200, and after that $3,100. So we are expecting a correction of another $200 in gold, and that shall bring down the prices on Indian bourses. to around 90,000, 89,500 to those kind of levels. So I'm expecting softening trend in gold going forward.
Okay. Now, Kunalji, should gold prices come down to 89,500 per tola, will you again resume buying? I mean, we have always seen in life, especially in gold, that prices of 1 year ago seldom come back. So basically, gold corrects from a long time high, all time high, goes a bit lower, 10-12%, and then resumes its uptrend. With Trump at helm in the US, do you think uh, beyond 89.50 we will again see 1 lakh maybe after 6 months or 1 year?
Uh, See, the structural trend in gold continues to remain up only. So we are not of the view that gold will go into a major bearish trend. It may go into consolidation, time correction, or something like that. But if you ask me, the secular trend is likely to be up on the upside. The levels which you mentioned, 88, 89,000, perhaps those are the levels at that point of time. I may recommend going long in gold, but if you ask me why still gold is going to remain in favor, the problem is with the currency. The US dollar dominance, what he has likely to continue, but nobody wants to invest in US treasuries. So the next best bet is China. China's people are not putting a trust on China. So right now, because there is no alternate currency available in the market to replace the dollar, that's why dollar is still continuing to remain the reserve currency, the kind of debt they are holding. So we don't know what Mr. Trump is going to do, whether he's going to bring down the debt significantly or not. But the point is that looking at the US balance sheet, it seems that in years to come, the uncertainty in the bond market will continue to haunt us. And that will again bring the role of gold. Whenever the fear rises, gold will move up. So I would believe that 88,000, 89,000 would be good level to re-enter in gold at that point of time.
Okay, so that is gold for you, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very thought out and well researched view that Kunalji has put forward. Let's hope for 89.50 and then 89,500, and then let's hope for better days ahead. Similarly, Kunalji, your view on silver. Why I ask is this: gold and silver ratio got a bit skewed, whether because of speculation in gold or rising prices of gold. Silver, how do you view it? It also was supposed to hit 1 lakh rupees a kilo, but that has not happened. How do you see silver from now on, and is this a bet for the long term?
Yeah, I'm very, 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 very bullish on silver because in a commodity, what we see is a structural deficit. In any commodity, if the structural deficit starts building, that is a commodity to be in from the long-term point of view. Silver is one of those commodities from last 4 years. We are seeing between demand and supply, the average deficit is more than 9%. So this is the fifth year in which we are entering with a deficit between supply and demand as high as 9%. So that is one of the major reasons why I remain quite optimistic. Second, the clean energy, the industrial usage of silver. The silver underperformed as compared to gold because of the trade war and the tariff which was put by US on China, especially on the solar sector. That led to a drop in export. Remember, out of total US solar panel exports, 20% goes to US. So because of the trade war, we have seen the demand which was coming up with a double-digit growth rate. That demand of silver has moderated for a while. But with de-escalation, we assume and we expect that the demand for the solar panels from China will again start to move up because clean energy is must right now in today's world. And I think silver will continue to do well. So I'm giving you conservative targets. You can buy silver around 90,000 and all. It it is not expected to go down below 85,000. And my first target for 9 months period would be 1,15,000 on MCX. And then it may perhaps even go to 1,25,000, 1,30,000 also. So these are silver remains our most preferred bet, and we are very bullish on silver.
So silver is the new gold.
Absolutely, silver is the new gold,
Okay. Now, what
and
about
silver is a poor man's gold.
अरे अरे कुणाल जी, लाख रुपए किलो कहाँ पुअर मैन रह गया? अब
No,
तो हर चीज़ आपे से बाहर निकलती जा रही है।
yes, yes,
जैसे कि मिडिल क्लास दोनों तरफ से दब रही है। पहले उम्मीद थी कि चांदी के ग्लास में पानी पी लेते, अब तो ऐसा लगता है ओक से पानी पीना पड़ेगा। चांदी भी इतनी महंगी करा दी आपने।
जी हाँ, शैलेंद्र जी, यू आर राइट, बट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज विद द इन्फ्लेशन। ये जो जो ट्रेंड है, इन्फ्लेशन नीचे आएगा। इन्फ्लेशन कोई नीचे आने वाला नहीं है। पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो हिसाब से मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी वेस्ट ने मैनेज की है, इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ते ही रहने वाला है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर हैव कंटिन्यू टू आउट परफॉर्म।
Right, right. Now let's go to another gold, which is black gold. I'm talking about crude oil prices, Kunal ji. क्या किस्मत भारतवर्ष की? 4 साल के लो पे क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस आप देख रहे हैं। ओपेक की मीटिंग हुई और उन्होंने कहा कि भाई हमें तो अब जून से और पंप करना है, और उससे बिल्कुल आप समझिए कि क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस के नीचे का जो तलवा है वो गिर गया। $80 हमने देखा था लगभग दिसंबर में, और वी हिट बिलो 60. व्हाट्स हैपनिंग हियर?
It's a function of demand and supply, where the supply side is getting stronger. जो सिल्वर का मैंने समझा है, उससे completely अपोजिट हो रहा है क्रूड ऑयल में। ओपेक का कंप्लायंस वीक होते जा रहा है, एक्सेप्ट ईरान। ईरान पे सैंक्शन लग गया तो वही एक फियर है। बाकी ब्रॉडर सप्लाई साइड इज लुकिंग क्वाइट स्ट्रॉन्ग। इवन दो द डिमांड इज इंक्रीज बाय 1.5 million barrel in last 2 years, the supply side is responding quite aggressively. So अगर ये लंबे समय तक $60 के नीचे रहता है, तो सप्लाई भी धीरे धीरे कम हो जाएगी। तो मैं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ कि क्रूड ऑयल में $65 WTI और $68 ब्रेंट, यहां तक ये ट्रेड वॉर सेटल होते इतना पुल बैक आ सकता है। बट उससे ज्यादा तेजी लग नहीं रही है, इंडिया को वरी नहीं है। ग्लोबली अगर आप देखेंगे, क्रूड की सप्लाई बढ़ने की चांसेस, एक्सपेक्टेशन बहुत बढ़ गए हैं, और उसके कारण मुझे लग रहा है कि ऊपरी स्तरों पे क्रूड में दबाव रहेगा। 65, जैसे मैंने कहा, अभी नाइमेक्स चल रहा है 6150, मैक्सिमम $2-2.5 की अपसाइड, और ब्रेंट में भी $3-1 की अपसाइड, और उससे ज्यादा अपसाइड नजर नहीं आ रही है।
तो ये ladies and gentlemen, we've discussed about two precious metals, which is silver and gold, and one liquid metal, actually black gold, which is crude oil prices. Kunal ji, I personally don't follow much of agri commodities, but you are the king. Tell me if there is any uptrend, a secular uptrend that you're observing in any agri commodity that our viewers can buy on MCX or NCDX.
As of now, we've not been able to come up with the, but I will just give you a soft commodity जो रहती है, स्पाइसेस वगैरह,
जी।
उसमें सेक्युलर अपट्रेंड कंटिन्यू रहेगा, जहाँ पे सप्लाई में कोई इंक्रीमेंटल ग्रोथ नहीं है। सो जैसे इंडिया में टर्मरिक है, ऐसी कमोडिटी में आपको निवेश करके रखना चाहिए, उसमें आपको एक अच्छा रिटर्न मिलने की चांसेस है।
अच्छा, चलिए, ये बात तो कमोडिटी की दुनिया की हो गई। अब जो आपकी दूसरी स्पेशलिटी है कुणाल जी, वो मैं अपने दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। बाज़ार में जो भी HNI निवेशक और अल्ट्रा HNI ट्रेडर्स हैं, वो कुणाल जी के बहुत अच्छे मित्र हैं, और जो बिल्कुल पल्स होती है बाज़ार में कि कहाँ पैसा जा रहा है, कहाँ से पैसा निकल रहा है, उस पर कुणाल जी बहुत पैनी नज़र रखते हैं। कुणाल जी, नाउ टेल अस योर व्यू ऑन डिफेंस स्टॉक्स. We've had a fantastic victory over Pakistan. Uh, you don't want to talk about them?
No, I will be able to give you a good outlook on the metals as a sector. मेटल सेक्टर पे
Okay.
मैं आपको अच्छा आउटलुक दे
जी जी,
पाऊंगा। सो
बताइए।
मेरा मेटल्स में स्टडी रहता है, बिकॉज ऑफ द कमोडिटी स्पेशलिटी। मेटल्स इज राइट नाउ एट द कस्प ऑफ मेजर ब्रेकआउट एज पर माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग। बिकॉज दो चीजें जो मेटल्स में, अभी आपने पिछले हफ्ते देखा था, चाइना ने RRR कट किया, और अभी ये चाइना और यूएस के बीच में जो रीसेट हुआ है, तो इसका सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिशियरी हो गए मेटल स्टॉक्स। सो मेटल्स में मुझे लग रहा है, नॉन फेरस साइड पे अगर आप देखेंगे, नॉन फेरस, फेरस, ये दोनों मुझे बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं। फेरस में, नॉन फेरस में स्टील स्टॉक्स, नॉन फेरस में वेदांता एज अ एंटायर कमोडिटी प्ले। फेरस में आप देखेंगे तो स्टील, स्टील स्टॉक्स है, टाटा स्टील है, ये सब मुझे बहुत अच्छे नजर आ रहे हैं गोइंग फॉरवर्ड। बिकॉज दो चीज, इंडिया 6.5% की ग्रोथ ट्रेजेक्टरी पे ऑलरेडी है, और यहाँ से रेट कट साइकिल यूएस की इंडिया की दोनों की स्टार्ट होगी, यूएस की अभी फिर से रीस्टार्ट होगी, इंडिया की भी रेट कट साइकिल स्टार्ट हो चुकी है। सो कॉस्ट ऑफ बोरोइंग कम होगी, गवर्नमेंट स्पेंडिंग अभी बढ़ेगी। विद द सीज फायर जो फियर था कि गवर्नमेंट स्पेंडिंग डिफेंस की ओर ज्यादा जाएगी, नाउ दैट फियर विल ऑल्सो मॉडरेट। So I think our infrastructure, real estate, and broader growth trajectory of our country is intact, and metal stocks are likely to do very well going forward. Be in metal space, you are going to get an excellent alpha in next 6-7 months in metals stock as a sector.
Okay, and your picks would be Hindalco and Tata Steel.
So yeah, I would recommend going long in Tata Steel, Vedanta, and even for that matter Hindalco.
Tata Steel, Vedanta, and even for that matter, Hindalco. Okay, so that's aluminium, of course, steel, and in terms of Vedanta, this is a miner of all sorts of spaces. Remember, Vedanta has a holding in Hindustan Zinc. Hindustan Zinc is India's biggest producer of silver metal. Kunalji, you would want to comment on Hindustan Zinc?
Yeah, Hindustan Zinc is a excellent. So it is the only company in the world which is going to come up with the incremental growth in supply of silver. So
Yes.
along with the zinc and lead, you've seen the silver production of Hindustan Zinc is going to go, is continuously moving up. So I think it's an excellent stock to be in. A lot of rally of silver and zinc is partly priced in, but I believe that this stock has a potential to really fire, because my outlook on silver is very very bullish. And so as a commodity complex, I think the kind of world we are living in, we are expecting another round of monetary easing in next 1.5 month by US. I think commodities is a space to be in. The perpetual and the structural trend for the US dollar is on expected to decline further, gradually over a period of next 3 to 6 months. And that is one of the main reason why you have to be in commodities. The value of US dollar is going to erode. Number two, moderation in US China war will bring up. So earlier there was a lot of investment bank came up with a report that 1.5 to 2% of the China's GDP growth will be affected because of the trade war. So now if the US China comes up to a conclusion in their talks, and they find a way to this ongoing spat, I believe that metals will be the biggest beneficiary. So the re-rating of China will also take place because of this. And third, most important, domestic. India is going to be the world's largest demand growth driver in non-ferrous and ferrous, both complex. So
Okay.
we are trading on Indian bourses. So India, the demand is going to be very robust in times to come. So with these three reasons, the broader view on the entire metal complex remains very bullish.
Okay. One final question on the commodity space, uh, Kunalji. In terms
Yes.
of the top three uh, buys, what would they be in sequence of decreasing order of potential rallies?
So in commodity, I believe silver, followed by copper, followed by aluminum. These are the top three performing commodities in times to come.
Oh, wonderful. So we'll keep an eye out on three of them as far as the commodity part of your brain is concerned. Now, within equities, what would you like to talk about? On a sectoral basis, Kunal, where is the money moving in?
So, like I said, I just look out for the commodity vertical.
Okay.
Rather broadly, I have a bit of knowledge, but my sense is to go long in commodity space, and that is where you are going to make a lot of money in times to come.
Okay. With that, Kunalji, thank you so much for your time. And once again, Jai Hind. We get
Jai Hind.
back in touch with you on such a wonderful day when we have rallies across the board. Forget metals, forget energy. Across the board, ladies and gentlemen, there is a very, very sharp uptick. The Nifty almost at day's high, celebrating Kunalji's presence on Business Day Television, 710 points higher, 24,715. Bank Nifty, 1,750 points higher, 3.28% higher, 55,350. And the IT index even a bigger gainer, 3.6% higher, 37,164. Thank you, Kunal, and we hope to make you a regular on business today.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the wrap up at 11:23. The markets are in fine shape, enjoying the bounce and celebrating the stunning military victory of India over Pakistan. The advanced decline ratio itself tells you the kind of momentum that you have in the market. From every point of half an hour, I am checking this number and it gets better and better. 2,376 stocks on the National Stock Exchange are green, compared with 129. Even the pharma index has recovered from its intraday low. Remember, the pharma index was down 2.5% in early morning trade. At 20,576, it has reversed to 21,056. That itself, ladies and gentlemen, is a 450 point reversal from intraday low. Markets opened with gap up, and from that gap up they have started trending higher because of short covering. All those people who went short on the market on Friday afternoon thinking that it would open lower have been put on a backstop. They are covering their shorts and it's rising and rising rapidly. Before we close the show, I'll show you the level of momentum that is happening in defense stocks. Zen Technologies, the maker of drones, is up 5%. Circuit, you have Midhani up 3.2%, Cochin Shipyard up 1.8%, BDL Garden Reach up more than 0.5% higher, and BEL and Masgaon Dock in the green. I'll be back at 2 p.m. with more on the markets. Till then, enjoy the rally and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.